In this episode, the most grand Highlander of all, Honda's hydrogen love affair, and an expensive Mazda. Welcome to episode 176 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Michael Rao, what is new in your world?
Well, on my way to work this morning, I witnessed a minivan disintegrate in spectacular fashion in front of me.
Disintegrate?
The whole engine, yeah. Sparks, metal hunks, plume of smoke, the whole nine.
Wow, a catastrophic engine failure.
It was the textbook definition of a catastrophic engine failure.
Wow.
It was, I guess it wasn't really a minivan, but it was like a work van, right? And he was going very not fast down a 50 mile per hour road. And everyone's like, what the hell? And all of a sudden you can hear a little like a clink, 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 clink. And all of a sudden, sparks, metal hunks just flying everywhere. A giant cloud of smoke that I went driving straight through because there was nowhere else to go. Just the most spectacular fashion watching the engine of this van just evaporate into dust.
That's awesome.
It was actually jolly exciting.
Yeah. You only really see that at racetracks.
Yeah, not on the way to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. It just
No.
And because it was still dark out, you could see the sparks much more vibrantly.
That's awesome.
It was just, I was just like, oh my God, what is happening?
Nice.
It was really exciting to watch. I feel so bad for the poor guy, but oh my God, that was spectacular.
Wow.
Just poof. It is deleted. Goodbye.
That's insane. I've never seen that on the road. Only at racetracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite exciting to watch.
That's cool.
But shall we move on to some news?
Let's talk about some news.
So this is the episode of SUVs, starting with a Toyota. Let's talk about the new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander.
All right.
And I'm going to lead with a question. Why?
Toyota Grand Highlander goes beyond just being a size up. Okay. Was the Grand Highlander a thing previously?
No.
Oh, so this is a brand new vehicle for them.
Yes. So
Okay.
before, let me quickly talk you through Toyota's SUVs. You have the RAV4, kind
Right.
of CUV, right? Then you had I guess the next step up from that would be the 4Runner.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the Highlander.
So this is the Grand Highlander.
Well, you had the Highlander, but then you also had the Sequoia.
Oh, yeah.
Then you also had the Land Cruiser.
Oh, God.
So,
Oh, boy.
again, I'm going to lead with a question. Why?
So there's at least 5 different levels of SUV.
Yes.
And we're trying to slot one in the middle.
And there's already 2 different 3-row SUVs already.
Okay.
Again, why?
Tell me more, and I'll give you a reason.
Apparently, it's a bigger, roomier version of the Highlander.
That's why.
Jesus, how American can we make the Highlander? Bigger and more. Just welcome to the Toyota American Highlander.
Supersized Highlander.
You're damn right.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's bigger, roomier. Its top trim has a 362 horsepower hybrid, which apparently came kind of borrowed from the Toyota Crown, which is their like sedanish thing. Apparently, you get redesigned rear suspension over the regular Highlander to improve, interior packaging and ride comfort.
Wait, the Toyota Crown.
Is that like sedanish SUV-ish thing?
I don't
the
think
electric
I've ever seen one.
No, it's because we haven't seen them yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's their electric thing.
Sorry. Back on track.
Again, this is supposed to fill the space between the full-size Sequoia and the regular Highlander, which is that's not a space that needs to be filled because the Highlander already fills the space between the RAV4, the 4Runner and the Sequoia.
So there's suspension upgrades, a bigger, it's roomier. What other tweaks did they make to the normal Highlander?
It's taller.
Okay.
Have more headroom.
All right. Is there like performance difference? Is there?
No. You get a hybrid max powertrain that is expected to make, like I said earlier, 362 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. But it's still going to use some of the same also powertrains that are in the regular Highlander, like their 4-cylinder, their 2.5. I don't understand this car. Why?
Did they give a price?
No. Price has not been announced yet, but they're expecting this to be between $43,000 to $56,000, which, again, that's kind of already the Highlander.
That's right, in normal
costs.
Highlander. Why didn't they just call this the Highlander? What's the Toyota naming scheme? Like S, or like their premium model naming scheme?
Why did they make it in the first place?
I don't really know. I'm not exactly sure. In the hybrid side, did it say like how the hybrid is working?
No.
Is it similar to the Prius?
It's supposed to be the same thing like you get in the the Crown. So however the Crown works it.
Okay. I don't even know how that car works. But.
And I still don't understand this because it's not like they're trying to add a third row SUV because the Highlander is already a 3-row SUV.
Yeah. This is a weird vehicle.
It's like they created a gap in their lineup just to fill it. Let's create the problem so that we can sell the solution to the problem that we created.
So now there's 6 total different models in the Toyota SUV lineup.
If you include... Yeah. Well, hold on a second, because you also have the Toyota Corolla Cross, which is the smaller version of the RAV4.
Is it really an SUV?
I've seen them. I would consider them a CUV, but yeah.
Okay.
So think about it. You got Corolla Cross, RAV4, 4Runner, Highlander, Grand Highlander, Sequoia, Land Cruiser.
That's a lot.
That seems like too many SUVs for a brand.
All right, let's take a look here. What's the... Yeah, that's an SUV.
It is a small SUV.
That is an SUV.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Okay.
What is up, Toyota? What are you doing?
All right. So there's 7? Oh, man. Mind you, Toyota's market is generally the SUV market, or like most people could buy an economy car, right? Most people could buy a Toyota perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's not the enthusiast market. It's not what we're about. That's totally fine. They're not trying to hit that.
Agree.
I don't know if there's enough room between the models to put this in there.
There's not. I'm going to just stake my claim. There is not enough room between the Highlander and the Sequoia. They're trying to make room where there's no room. This is a square peg in a round hole.
To be honest, I think this thing will sell.
Why?
Because people are going to say, they're going to come into the showroom, right? They're going to get in the Highlander and go, oh, this is great. And then the sales guy is going to cross-sell them on this.
Oh, my God.
And I think that it's the step up from the normal Highlander. What do the average American, or what does the average American want right now? They want a large SUV with a large amount of room, right? I have a Highlander. You can go test drive it. Oh, do you want more room? Here's this, the Grand Highlander.
Would you like to supersize your Highlander with a Big Mac and some fries?
Yes. In America? Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes. I bet you this does not sell over in Asia.
I'm so curious. Now, I'm the most patriotic human you've probably ever met. But the designer within Toyota, are they American? Because I feel like they are.
I'm sure there's a design group somewhere in America that collabs with them. That
told Toyota,
I'm sure.
Yes, we need a bigger Highlander. Because the Sequoia is too big, but we need the bigger Highlander.
I don't think it's a bad play for them. If you think about the marketing that they're going for and the demographic that they're trying to get with this car.
Does this kill the Highlander?
That's a good question. Because if you want the smaller SUV, you go the RAV4, right? Which is understandable. If you want the big SUV, I guess you skip the normal Highlander, go to the Grand, or you go up the chain.
But the Highlander is already plenty big.
Hear me out. Here's what they do. They reduce the number of Highlanders they're making and bump up the number of Grand Highlanders they're making.
So if you want a Highlander, you're buying a Grand Highlander.
Right.
Force their hand.
Yep. And then they only give the dealers the Highlanders for test drive.
Oh my God.
And then cross-sell the Grand. To be honest, not a terrible play, but
they'll make money.
Yeah. And I think that the margin difference from what they guess the price is in this article won't be that far off the normal Highlander. So, like, I could see it.
I still just don't understand why it is a thing that is existing.
It's got to be a cross-sell option. It has to be.
Again.
Do you know anyone that has a Highlander?
Currently?
Or ever did?
No, I mean, I know someone that used to have an old Highlander, but nothing relatively new.
Yeah, that's different. I want to find someone who has a Highlander. If you're watching and you've owned or had a Highlander, would you want more room in, I guess, what? Better suspension? Like softer suspension?
Rear suspension. Not front, rear suspension.
Oh, God. Do you want more room? Don't worry about the suspension.
Don't worry about anything technical. Just do you want more room? Yes or no?
In the comments, let us know. Would you buy this over the normal one?
I get it. So when I was in Vegas, the couple I was officiating were like over 6 foot, and I'm not.
No.
And I looked like a dwarf. I looked like their child. It was fucking hilarious. But some of our good buddies are also ridiculously tall. So the Grand Highlander has a height requirement. Must be this tall to purchase the Grand Highlander.
To ride this ride. I see. Okay. You, my friend, I'm sorry.
I'm not buying a Grand Highlander.
You were not allowed. You would not make it past the mark when you walk into the Grand Highlander. Tall. Yes. You would not make it past the mark.
6'4".
Right. Huh. I can see it selling. It's certainly a weird spot to put a vehicle, though.
I'm confused. I'm confused. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me why they're doing it, but hey, they're going to sell it. So that's why they're going to do it.
Yep.
So shall we move on to a different SUV?
Let's do it, my friend.
Do we want to move on to another SUV that doesn't make a whole lot of sense?
Yeah.
This is just like, can we find anything that makes sense this week? I think the answer to that is no.
Okay.
So let's talk about a Honda.
Okay.
And it's a Honda that's powered by hydrogen.
No. Do we have to?
We do.
Okay, tell me more.
The new 2024 CR-V hydrogen.
Oh, boy.
There you go.
Okay.
Go ahead and rant. I'm so excited to come to your TED Talk.
No, tell me more about this vehicle, then I'll rant.
Okay. Apparently, Honda co-developed this new fuel cell system with GM, and apparently it's supposed to cost about a third as much as the fuel cell system that was in the Clarity, which is their old hydrogen car that was defunct and died because that was killed off a couple years back. They're going to build 2,000 units of this next-gen fuel cell system per year by 2025. But let's see here. They never announced how many Clarity fuel cell vehicles were sold.
Oh, boy.
Apparently, there were 2,000, according to this article in Car and Driver, there was 2,116 total leases of the Clarity, and Honda sold only 41,000 of all Clarities, and most of them were the plug-in hybrid, not the Clarity, or not the hydrogen. By 2030, Honda plans to build 60,000 units per year of either this unit or a further improved hydrogen fuel cell system.
How many? 60,000?
60,000 per year.
Per year?
Per year, by 2030.
Oh,
he's
and
right.
It was 2,000 until 2025 or something?
Yes, they're going to exponentially ramp this up. I don't know a whole lot about the tech because hydrogen is just kind of this, I don't know, black magic of sorts.
You put in hydrogen and you get water out the exhaust that you put in your water bottle.
But where are you getting your hydrogen from? The 2 hydrogen fuel stations in all of America?
Yeah, that's the problem now, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't really transport hydrogen super well, can you?
Honda isn't saying if the new H2 will be sold outside of California. Oh, boy. Okay.
That's brilliant.
Rant time. You ready? Hydrogen is dumb. I don't understand why car companies are going down the hydrogen path. It is extremely inefficient as a fuel source. People have done the math many times. Hydrogen does not make sense from an efficiency standpoint. You may as well just take the energy out of the grid, and we're talking about electrons falling down a wire, electricity, that energy, put it in a battery in your car, and use electric motors to drive the car forward. It's 90% efficient. It's damn good. An ICE engine is something like 25 to 30% efficient about getting the energy out of the fuel. Hydrogen is like, I think it's like 40% efficient. It's like technically better than ICE from an efficiency standpoint, but it's nowhere near an EV. It's not even close. Not only that, but it takes a lot of energy to pull hydrogen out of water, which is where they're getting it, compress it down, turn it into really, really cold so you can store it in super high compressed areas, ship it via a diesel truck to the hydrogen fueling station, put it in your car, and then take that and drive your car around and release water. It's not good. Just go EV. Why are companies still doing this? I don't understand.
You are so optimistic about hydrogen, aren't you?
No, it's terrible. I would love it if it was efficient and made sense. But from the math, from the efficiency, it doesn't make sense.
We are 0 for 2 with SUVs today.
Yeah, what is this? And the clarity was I think there's only hydrogen fueling stations in California, if I recall.
I'm going to Google that right now.
I believe it's only in California. At least it would be only West Coast, if anything. I don't think there are any in Florida that I know about. And if there you'd need a hydrogen facility around here to manufacture it.
We have... they're in California.
There's none. There's none other than California.
Wait a minute. There might be one outside. No, that's all in California.
Wonderful. Okay.
And it's all only in the major cities in California and Reno. Well, not Reno, but just outside Reno, by Mammoth and all that. So there's a bunch in LA.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch in San Francisco.
Okay.
There's a whole not a bunch anywhere else in the U.S.
Oh, I think there's one in Washington.
Oh, no, those are that's
Canada?
in Canada.
Oh, all right. Well,
Victoria, BC, and Vancouver Island.
Okay.
Yeah, so let's see. Is there anywhere else? Oh, New Brunswick or Quebec. Let's see. Where are you? There is a hydrogen fuel station in Quebec City, the most useless place in the world for that, because it's one of the coldest places, and hydrogen fuel does not work when it's cold because it just freezes.
No, you have to keep it very cold.
But the discharge is just frozen.
Yeah, you have to keep it extremely cold temperatures. It's actually, I think it's liquid hydrogen when it's that cold, which is kind of cool. But regardless, it's silly.
Are there any in Alaska? There's none in Alaska. Are there any in Hawaii? Let's see. Oh, there's one in Hawaii. There is an hydrogen fuel station in Honolulu.
How do they get it there?
Well, by transporting it there, of course.
By shipping it via ship? Must be. Unless they're just producing it on site.
Sucking it out of the Pacific.
I mean, there's plenty of water around them, right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm looking at the map. I'm not hopeful.
No, this is silly. I don't know why. It's like when what's a good analogy for this? I don't know why car companies have this offshoot of a team working on this thing that they know is inevitably going to fail.
So that they can fire them.
What? Why? Why not just...
So that when things go bad, they can say, look, we just fired 10,000 people.
I'm all about trying new ways to propel cars forward. That's fine. That's cool. But if you know that it's not efficient, you know that it won't scale well, you know that it's not going to in the next 10 to 20 years, why are you still working on it? Why not
maybe they're high.
I don't know, dude. It doesn't make sense. It's weird.
Once again, we are 0 for 2 with SUVs today.
Let's keep it rolling. What do we got next?
Another SUV. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
It is the Mazda CX90.
Oh, boy. Tell me more.
You don't sound hopeful.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, it's the Mazda CX90. I'm not super hopeful either because it's about its price. It is a 3-row SUV, and I got to admit, it's very attractive.
It looks good.
In that color especially.
Yeah.
That looks quite umptuous.
Do you know the name?
No.
Oh, man.
It's a Mazda CX90. Why would I care about the color of it?
That's the Mazda Red. That's what they put on the race car. That's what they put on their DPI car.
It wasn't
when
the
they had
same,
one.
was it?
I think so. That's just a gloss finish on top of that color.
I'll have to do some digging.
Yeah.
But some price figures have been confirmed for the new CX90. They're 3-row SUV. So, starting out, and again, this is so confusing.
Real quick, the badge says E Skyactiv G. Come on, guys. E Skyactiv G. How many letters do you need to append and prepend to get your branding across? Oh, God. All right.
E Skyactiv G.
That's weird.
Oof. So yeah, there's if you thought Porsche's trim amount of trim levels was idiotic,
oh no.
Let me introduce you to the CX90.
Okay.
According to the article, it has 11 different trims. 11 different trims for an SUV, for a 3-row family SUV. Are you kidding me?
Do you have them all?
I think in the article it does list them. Let me.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Yes. Show all. Excuse me. So starting at the base CX90 Turbo Select, you then go to the
That's the
CX90
base?
Turbo Preferred, then the Turbo Preferred Plus, the Turbo Premium Plus, Turbo S Premium Plus, Plug-in Hybrid EV Preferred, Plug-in Hybrid EV Premium, Plug-in Hybrid EV Premium Plus. I'm gonna get sick.
Oh man. Okay. That's terrible.
Let's talk about the price because the terribleness is just beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very nice SUV.
It does look good.
What would you estimate it to be costing?
It's a
It's a Mazda SUV. This is not
right.
a Porsche, an Audi, a BMW, a Mercedes, a Cadillac. It's not a Lincoln. It's not one of the most premier luxury brands.
It's got 3 rows, right?
It does.
7 seats.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that would make sense. I
Okay.
believe that checks out. Yeah.
7 seats in total. My best guess.
It's a Mazda.
$56,000.
So you're on the mark. Yeah, you're on the mark. So the base is 41 grand, which is base, right?
Oh, okay.
That's okay. But the Turbo S Premium Plus, $61,000 and change.
Hey.
Can you? But hold on, just a second.
It
Let
is
me
a
paint
Mazda.
a picture.
Yeah.
You're so happy and proud that you just gave call it $2,000 for a Mazda.
No. It should be 40 to 50.
Not that brand matters, but brand kind of matters, right?
Right. Mazda's one of those weird brands, though.
But Mazda's not a $60,000 car brand.
No. They're not in the 100K brand. I get that. But they're also not the Honda Toyota brand, right? They're between.
Are they not?
That's kind of how I think they're trying to market themselves. Just above the Toyota and Honda, right? That's how I foresee their marketing going. Do you think they're a Toyota brand?
I think they've always kind of been competitive with Toyota and Honda.
I think price-wise they have, but I think they're trying to elevate their brand right now.
I think now they are.
Yeah, they've been trying to for the past couple of years, which I don't blame them. Mazdas are always fun to drive, I will say that. Everyone I've ever driven has been
So
fun.
forever, the most expensive Mazda you're buying was the CX-9, and it was like barely 40 grand. You're now a $61,000 and change with tax tag title. You're $62,000+ Mazda.
I would agree that's a lot, but I bet you like the base RAV4 right now is like 40 grand.
You know what? I'm curious. I'm going to Google Toyota RAV4 base price from $27,975.
Right.
Okay, you know what? I guess this would be more comparable to not the Grand Highlander,
Oh God.
but the Highlander.
Okay.
Let's see, Toyota Highlander. Let's do base price.
A RAV4 is comparably too small to this.
All right, so comparables. Your base Highlander, 36 and change.
Ooh. Wow.
Versus your base 41,000.
Yeah. There's a difference there. And I bet you that the Grand Highlander was like 50, 40 to 50. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. The price is probably high for what you're getting here. I'll agree.
It looks very nice. It looks ultra comfortable.
If you compare it to the BMW, Mercedes, it's very comparable and good. But if you compare it to the Honda, Toyota, it's too high in price.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on where you're coming from, right? It depends on the perspective you're looking at this vehicle from.
Okay. The base price of the Audi Q7, $57,500.
Okay. Comparable.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you know what? Let's see. BMW X7. Let's test that.
And then Mercedes.
I don't know what Mercedes is.
I don't know.
Okay, X7's way more expensive. That's $77,000.
Okay.
So it looks like this is comparable to a base Audi Q7.
I would think that Mazda really wants its brand to be on par with Audi right now. I don't think it's there yet, but I think that they would love for it to be there in the future.
Will it ever be there? Will the brand that's known for making the Protege and the Miata ever be on the level of Audi?
I think they could over time. Do you ever think Hyundai would have the brand perspective that it does now? You look at Hyundai 10 years ago, it was making crap. You look at Hyundai now, it's not crap. It's not crap. It's not crap.
Okay, I'll give you that.
It's not great, but it's not crap. So I think that there's a chance that they could do it. I do think that it's a long-term vision, and I think that this is the start of what they're trying to do there.
I like the look of it. It's the problem. I like what it looks like. It looks very comfortable.
I bet it would be fun to drive. It would look good. It'd probably be a solid car, but I do agree it's a bit pricey for the brand of a Mazda at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And also, what is going on with all the badging, man? Holy moly.
Would you like some more badging?
The trims.
11 trims. They said, hello, Porsche 911. May I present to you Mazda CX90?
That's weird.
Turbo S, Turbo Premium, Premium Preferred, Turbo Preferred, Premium Inline Preferred, PHEV Plus Premium.
It looks like it has all the schnazzy stuff that you would expect, like the USB ports, the power outlets, whatnot in the back. Good amount of room in the back when you fold the seats down. Seems solid, but yeah, a bit pricey.
Yeah. So what would you say? Are we 0 for 3 or 1 for 3 with our SUVs today?
I would say we are a half and 2.5. I'd say Mazda kind of got this right, kind of got this wrong.
Okay.
If they had knocked off, what do you think, $7,000 off the price?
$6,000 would have been a good number off.
$5,000 to $7,000, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And it would have been a 1. It would have got a full point.
So we are, of our 3 SUVs, we're a half a 3.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Fantastic.
Okay, so that's all the news I have. Do you have anything else?
That's all I got.
All right, so thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, please drop a comment on the video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and let us know in your comment, of the 3 SUVs, which one has been the biggest win, which one has been the biggest loss, and if you agree that we are 0.5 of 3.
And if you have a Highlander, do you want a bigger one? I really want to know.
If you're listening on audio, send the answer to those questions via social. Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram is We Are Auto _. YouTube is We Are Auto. And our website is weareauto.io, where you can go to check out some of your favorite past races. Thanks again. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.